Cyrus II was born around 600 BCE into the Achaemenid clan. At the time, the Achaemenid clan was a vassal state of the Median Empire. Legends, such as Herodotus's, tell of a prophecy where King Astyages ordered Cyrus's death. The historical reality likely involves political factors and noble lineage. Cyrus possessed both Persian and Median noble ancestry. In 559 BCE, Cyrus ascended to the throne of Anshan. Cyrus initiated a rebellion against the ruling Median Empire. He garnered support from discontented Median nobles. Cyrus's forces engaged the Median army in a decisive battle around 550 BCE. Cyrus's army emerged victorious, defeating the Median forces. Following the victory, Cyrus captured Ecbatana, the Median capital. Cyrus demonstrated magnanimity following his victory. He chose to spare the life of King Astyages. Median nobles were integrated into Cyrus's government. Persian and Median forces were merged into a unified army. This integration established a policy of inclusion within the empire. Cyrus's approach fostered stability and loyalty among conquered peoples. Cyrus engaged King Croesus of Lydia in battle. Cyrus secured a quick victory over Croesus and seized Sardis. Demonstrating clemency, Cyrus spared Croesus's life. Lydia was integrated into Cyrus's growing empire. The Neo-Babylonian Empire was under the rule of King Nabonidus. King Nabonidus was an unpopular ruler within his empire. His reign was marked by internal dissent and unrest. Nabonidus neglected Marduk, the chief god of Babylon. His policies led to the oppression of subject peoples. Among those oppressed were the exiled Jews residing within the empire. In 539 BCE, Cyrus initiated a military campaign toward Babylon. Nabonidus, the Babylonian ruler, faced widespread discontent among his populace. Babylonian officials chose to open the city gates to Cyrus's army. This action facilitated Cyrus's entry into Babylon without significant resistance. Cyrus was perceived as a liberator by the Babylonians rather than a conqueror. The Cyrus Cylinder was commissioned by Cyrus the Great of ancient Babylon. It is inscribed with text in Akkadian cuneiform. The cylinder served to legitimize Cyrus's rule over Babylon. The inscriptions detail Cyrus's policies and actions. It outlines his restoration of religious sites and repatriation of exiled peoples. The Cyrus Cylinder is considered a pivotal historical document. The Cyrus Cylinder is an ancient declaration promoting religious tolerance. It mandated the return of religious statues to their original cities. The decree allowed displaced people to rebuild their temples. This reversed the Babylonian policy of forced deportation. It also ended the suppression of religious practices. The Cyrus Cylinder thus established a precedent for freedom of worship. Cyrus the Great abolished the corvée, or forced labor, in ancient Babylon. This act liberated many people from oppressive labor conditions. Cyrus also facilitated the return of gods and peoples to their original homes from Nineveh to Susa. His policies promoted freedom and restoration throughout the region. Cyrus the Great permitted deported peoples to return to their native lands. This edict included the Jews who had been exiled to Babylon. The Bible praises Cyrus as divinely appointed to rebuild the Jerusalem temple. Ezra 1:1-4 details Cyrus's proclamation and its religious significance. The Cyrus Cylinder is recognized as a significant historical artifact. In 1971, UN Secretary-General U Thant acknowledged its importance. U Thant declared it the first human rights declaration in history. The cylinder embodies principles of racial and religious tolerance. It also advocates for the abolition of slavery and the right to self-determination. Furthermore, it emphasizes rulers' responsibility to their subjects. Cyrus divided his empire into provinces known as satrapies. Satraps governed these provinces, but their power was checked by military commanders and royal inspectors. The royal road was established to facilitate communication and administration. Cyrus respected local customs and laws within the empire. Cyrus the Great died around 530 BCE while fighting the Massagetae on Persia's eastern frontier. He was interred in a simple tomb located in Pasargadae. An inscription marked his tomb, identifying him as Cyrus, son of Cambyses, founder of the Persian Empire. The inscription also acknowledged his reign as king of Asia and requested respect for his monument. Cyrus the Great was an absolute monarch, not a modern democrat. His revolutionary approach involved ruling through toleration, mercy, and respect. This contrasted sharply with ruling through terror and oppression. Cyrus's method set a precedent for future empires, including Rome. His legacy lies in this innovative and humane approach to governance. Cyrus the Great holds a significant place in history. He is viewed as a deliverer by the Jewish people. To the Greeks, he was the epitome of a philosopher king. Persians revered him as a beloved father figure. These diverse perspectives highlight his widespread influence. His legacy extends across multiple cultures and religions. Cyrus the Great is a significant symbol of just rule and Iranian national identity. His legacy represents a turning point in governance. The Cyrus Cylinder embodies his approach to governing diverse populations with respect. This contrasts with governance based on fear and oppression.